Hey, what's up guys? Aaron here. In this video, I'm going to talk about long-term wealth preservation with crypto. So if you're watching my videos, you probably already agree that Bitcoin is going to keep going up. It's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. I mean, just right now, the price of Bitcoin, $62,000, and there are all sorts of metrics that show that Bitcoin is here to stay. It's going to gobble up more and more of the capital that is currently stored in other store value assets like gold and real estate. BlackRock's spot ETF now holds over $10 billion worth of assets. That's in like a month or so, super quick. And what I want to talk about is right here, which is iTrustCapital, which this is actually my account. So I use iTrust, and what they allow you to do is invest in many different cryptos, as you can see here, including physical gold and silver, in tax-advantaged accounts. So like an IRA, a Roth IRA, rolling over a 401k, different types of accounts like that. So I want to talk to you about why I think this is critical for long-term wealth preservation. And again, this is literally my account right here. I maxed out my IRA and I have an average price of $34,000. So that's why I am way up. I have $10,000 right now in my, I guess this is a Roth IRA. I'll talk to you more about what you can do in iTrustCapital here, including conditional buys, kind of like limit orders, a little bit later in this video. But what iTrustCapital is a way to create a retirement account, or you can transfer an existing retirement account over to them. If you're unfamiliar with trading in a Roth IRA versus an exchange, I will show you the benefits of that in just a moment. I'm also going to talk about the difference between iTrust and something like Celsius or FTX and all of these companies that really got into trouble in 2022, the difference between off-balance versus on-balance sheets. And I'm also going to talk about the pros and cons of investing in Bitcoin ETFs versus opening an account with iTrustCapital. So starting out with the pricing, just to get this out of the way so you're familiar with it, there is no monthly account fee and there's no startup fees. So it's literally free to join. You can go ahead and use my link below if you'd like to do that. For buying and selling crypto, there is a 1% fee. Now, I'll explain to you in just a second why, even if you do want to trade, this will still save you a lot of money versus keeping your crypto in an exchange. So this is an example of buying $10,000 of Bitcoin on an exchange versus a Roth IRA. So on the exchange, you buy $10,000, the Bitcoin appreciates to $60,000. You then sell your Bitcoin for a capital gain of $50,000. And then with a capital gains tax rate of 15%, you would hypothetically have to pay $7,500 in capital gains tax. Whereas if you purchased that same $10,000 of Bitcoin in an iTrustCapital Roth IRA, the value of your Bitcoin appreciates to $60,000. You sell your Bitcoin for a capital gain of $50,000, so same as with the exchange, and then your capital gains are non-taxable, so you would have to pay $0. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Roth IRAs, this allows you to invest after tax dollars. So you pay tax on the money up front, and then you can invest that money and not pay any money when you withdraw. So as of right now, you can still contribute to your IRA for 2023, and the limit is $6,500 for those under 50 and $7,500 for those 50 or older. And you can also contribute to your 2024 IRA right now as well, and they increased those amounts by $500 from 2023. And essentially, if you're under 59 and a half, you will be penalized with some exceptions, but you will be penalized if you take money out of an IRA. So that's why this is a long-term strategy, at least for me. I'm 36, so I have another like 23 years before I would take this money out. So there are clear advantages to buying crypto or any asset that is going to go up a lot, or at least I think it's going to go up a lot, before I retire. I mean, right now, Bitcoin's $62,000. In 20 years, nobody has any idea. I could throw out some enormous numbers, and you've probably seen them on other YouTube stations, and maybe they're right. I mean, the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever you want to invest in could just be astronomically high. So to have some of my investment in a Roth IRA really makes a lot of sense because I won't pay any taxes if I decide to sell and if I decide to realize those gains. Now, here are some of the differences between iTrustCapital versus buying Bitcoin in a spot ETF format. And then I'll get to the safety of iTrustCapital and why I'm keeping a good chunk of money in a Roth IRA with them. So clients are buying actual Bitcoin through iTrustCapital versus just an ETF that mirrors the price of Bitcoin. So with iTrustCapital, you are actually purchasing real Bitcoin, which I'll get to in just a moment. iTrustCapital clients can take what is called an in-kind distribution, which allows clients the option to move their Bitcoin to a wallet of their choice at time of distribution. So this is really, really important, right? Let's say you're 59 and a half or you're over that and you want to take your distributions, you have the option of not needing to sell your Bitcoin, but just moving it from iTrust to a wallet of your choice. And this one is really, really important here. Crypto is obviously 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and so is iTrustCapital. The stock market hours for buying ETFs mean that clients will be on the sidelines, unable to buy or sell during volatile night, early morning swings. And right now I'm making this video on Saturday. It's a weekend. So if I wanted to buy or sell Bitcoin right now, in my example, I would want to, let's say, sell some. Let's say I want to take some profits. I can do so. I can do so right now. And if I click market order right here, I can click sell. And let's say I wanted to right now sell 0.05 Bitcoin. That would be around $3,000. We know that iTrust takes a 1% fee. So if you're doing a ton of trading, you will have to factor that in. But let's just say that I want to sell my Bitcoin right now, and then it would go into US dollars. I can sell my Bitcoin right now, and then hypothetically, let's say I think that Bitcoin's going to drop to $55,000. I could do what's called a conditional buy order. And let's say I think the price is going to be $55,000. And let's say that I had some money in my account and I wanted to buy $2,000 worth of Bitcoin at $55,000. Then I would just click submit conditional buy. And then I would buy that Bitcoin if the price of Bitcoin goes to 55,000. So that's a really cool aspect of iTrustCapital that you don't get with Bitcoin ETFs. You can't sell on the weekends. You can't buy on the weekends. With iTrust, you can buy, sell, or trade any time of the day, any day of the week. It doesn't matter. So I already mentioned all the different assets that you can buy with iTrust. Just going down here to show all 50, they really allow you to buy most of the crypto assets that you'd probably want to buy. Again, right here, including actual gold and silver. And inside of my iTrust account, I can click this drop down and you will see all the different crypto assets here as well for me to buy. So let's talk about why I would even think about keeping any money in a centralized company after what happened with all the bankruptcies, or why should anybody? So iTrust has been around for a long time. They were here well before 2022. They've been around for, again, a long time. And they emphasize that our clients' assets are held in custodial accounts with a regulated chartered trust entity, and all assets are off the balance sheet. With this structure, we're able to provide compliant retirement accounts and ensure that client accounts are never commingled, very important, like what happened with FTX, never commingled with our business operating funds. And off balance sheet means that assets are not reflected in the company's financial statements and are not used by the company to impact the company's financial ratios or leverage. In other words, client assets are client assets, and the business does not commingle client assets with business activities. So that's literally what happened with FTX and Alameda. All the companies and customer assets were completely commingled, and they were using ghetto spreadsheets to try to keep things straight, and they didn't, and that's why Sam Bankman-Fried is going to jail. So that is basically it for the video, guys. If you are a long-term believer in Bitcoin or any of the cryptos that you can buy on iTrust, then I would consider taking a long-term approach to your investing. Now, personally, I think that Bitcoin is going to go up a ton over the next decade, and over 2 decades, I really can't even imagine. So for me, having a chunk of my net worth in an account that when I'm 59 and a half, I can take out, I can sell to US dollars if I want, or I can transfer it to my own wallet, and there will be zero taxes when I do so, is something that I want to do, and that's why I'm doing it. So guys, that is it for the video. I will leave my link below for iTrustCapital if you'd like to set up an account. And I just want to stress that this is what I am doing with my money, as you literally saw in the video. That is my account there, and whatever you want to do with your funds, with your money, is completely up to you, but I am sharing with you what I am doing personally. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Till next time, talk with you soon, and bye for now.